You get paid, bills are handled, groceries are bought, gas is in the car, and somehow, this month, you actually have money left. Not a crazy amount, but enough to matter. Let's say it's $1,000. Now the question hits you. Do you throw it at debt, or do you invest it? Because one side of your brain is saying, pay off the credit card, stop playing around. But the other side is saying, you're already behind. You need to start investing now. And that's the part that messes people up, because both sound responsible, both sound smart, but they are not always equally smart at the same time. If you put money in the market while expensive debt is eating you alive, you might feel like you're building wealth, but really, you're just running on a treadmill. You're moving, you're sweating, but you're not getting anywhere. So let's make this real. A guy has $1,000 extra this month. He has a credit card balance, he has a car payment, he wants to invest, and he wants to stop feeling broke. The answer is not always pay off debt, and it's not always invest. The answer depends on what that dollar is fighting against. And the first thing you look at is not the stock market, it's the interest rate. The interest rate tells you what you're really fighting. If your credit card is charging 22%, that is not just a bill, that is a leak. Every month, money is slipping out before you even get a chance to use it. And this is where people get tricked. They hear that the stock market can build wealth over time, and that's true. But the market does not promise you anything next month. Your credit card interest does. That 22% is coming whether your investments go up, down, or sideways. So if you invest first, your investment has to beat that credit card just for you to feel like you're winning. That is a hard game, and most regular people are not losing because they refuse to invest. They are losing because the debt is faster than their progress. Think about it like this. Investing is like planting a tree. That is good. You should plant the tree. But high-interest debt is like a fire in the backyard. If the fire is spreading, you don't stand there planting trees first. You put out the fire, then you plant. That does not mean investing is bad. It means timing matters. A dollar going toward a 22% credit card gives you a guaranteed improvement. You are stopping a real cost. You are lowering tomorrow's interest. You are making your next paycheck stronger. That is why high-interest debt usually goes first. Not because debt payoff is exciting. It's not. It is boring. But sometimes, boring is what saves you. But here is where people go too far. They hear, pay off debt first, and they treat every loan like it's the same emergency. It's not. A credit card at 22% is not the same as a car loan at 6%. And a car loan at 6% is not the same as a mortgage at 3 or 4%. They are all debt, but they do not all attack your money the same way. I like to think of debt in 3 groups: fire debt, heavy debt, and background debt. Fire debt is credit cards, payday loans, personal loans with crazy rates. That is the stuff that spreads fast. You deal with that first. Heavy debt is the middle area: a car loan, a personal loan, something around 6, 7, maybe 8%. That one deserves attention, but it may not require every single dollar forever. Background debt is lower interest debt, a mortgage, some student loans. Debt that is still real, but not attacking you every month like a credit card. This matters because 2 people can both have debt and need totally different plans. If you have credit card debt, investing may need to wait or stay small. If you only have a low-rate mortgage, investing may be the better move. So don't ask, do I have debt? Ask, what kind of debt is it? Because the kind of debt decides how aggressive you need to be. Now let's turn this into a real plan. Because most people do not need more motivation. They need the order. Here is the order I would use. First, get a small emergency cushion. Not a huge one yet, just enough so one problem does not become new credit card debt. Because if you put every dollar toward the card, but you have 0 savings, what happens when the tire blows out? You use the card again. Then you feel like you failed. But really, the plan was missing protection. So step 1 is a small cushion. Second, check if your job offers a retirement match. If they do, try to get the match if you can. That is free money, and free money is hard to beat. Third, attack the expensive debt. Credit cards, high-interest personal loans, anything that is charging you like crazy. That is where the extra money should go hard. Fourth, once the bad debt is gone, look at the middle debt. This is where you can split. Maybe some money goes to the car loan, maybe some goes to investing. It does not have to be all or nothing. And fifth, when the only debt left is low interest and manageable, investing usually becomes much more important. That is the order. Protect yourself. Take the free money. Kill the expensive debt. Balance the middle debt. Invest for the long term. That is simple enough to actually follow. And that is the point. So let's go back to the $1,000. Here is how this could look in real life. Let's say you have almost no emergency savings. You have a credit card at 22%. You have a car loan at 7%. And you want to invest. Month 1, maybe the full 1,000 does not go to investing. Maybe it does not even all go to debt. Maybe the first few months you build a small cushion while still paying extra on the card. Now you are not one emergency away from starting over. Then, once that cushion is there, the credit card becomes the main target. You stop using it. You pay more than the minimum. You send extra money the moment you have it. And the balance starts dropping. 9,000, 7,000, 5,000, 3,000. Then one day, it is gone. And this is where the whole feeling changes, because now the same paycheck has more room. The same income feels stronger. Not because you got rich, but because fewer people are taking pieces of your paycheck before you touch it. That is what debt payoff really does. It gives your paycheck back to you. Then you can look at the car loan and say, do I want to crush this too? Or do I want to split between this and investing? That is a much better problem to have, because now investing is not being used to ignore the debt. It is being added after the worst leak is fixed. Once the expensive debt is gone, investing finally has room to work. And this is where time matters. You do not invest because it looks cool on an app. You invest because future you needs options. You invest because one day you do not want every dollar to come only from your labor. You want your money to start helping too, but the order matters. If your money is drowning, rescue it first. If your money is safe, put it to work. That is the cleanest way to think about it. So the real answer is not debt or investing. The real answer is priority. Every dollar needs the right job. Some dollars protect you. That is your emergency fund. Some dollars rescue you. That is high-interest debt payoff. Some dollars free you. That is paying down the debt that keeps your monthly bills heavy. And some dollars build for you. That is investing. The mistake is sending the builder dollars while the rescue job is still on fire. So if you have extra money this month, don't overcomplicate it. Look at your situation. Do you need protection? Do you need to stop interest from eating your paycheck? Do you have free money from an employer match? Or are you finally ready to invest consistently? That one question can change how you use every paycheck. And over time, that is how progress starts. Not from one perfect move, but from sending the next dollar to the right place. That is paycheck logic.